What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is just one of those days. I've been meaning to do this for a couple months now, but the problem is Ohio's just been so crappy and I literally have not had time. But because of the quarantine and we have a beautiful sunny 65-degree weather day today, we're gonna finally remove the RBP steps. If you guys remember, just a little while ago we had to replace the motor on this side, this one back here. Actually, there's two motors on either side, but we ended up replacing the motor because this side, you know, when you open the door it would come down, and when you shut it, it wouldn't go all the way back up. So I figured out that it was actually this motor wasn't doing too well. So because of the 5-year warranty, all I had to do was reach out to RBP and they were going to send me new motors, which they did. And then yeah, but since then you can see clearly my door is shut and they are not going back up. Not only that, but we are also having the same problem here on the passenger side. So this has been really annoying. I honestly have just been leaving them off because maybe I was thinking, you know, maybe it had to do with like the water or like the moisture or anything from like snow or salt water or whatever getting kicked up in, like, and kind of like corroding or like getting into these hinges or anything like that. I don't think that's the problem. These are supposed to be rated for, you know, water protection. They're completely sealed, all that kind of stuff. I do have some mud up underneath there from going off-roading, but again, they're not supposed to be rock sliders, but they are supposed to continue to work, you know, regardless, because they have done some testing. But they are supposed to, you know, deal with some moderate to like severe off-road, you know, sand and mud and stuff getting kicked up underneath there. So since I never really even have them on, we're just gonna go ahead and remove them. That way I don't even have to worry about having any other electrical draw or anything like that. We're just gonna put the factory rock sliders back on for now. We should have some other rock sliders on the way here soon after this whole COVID-19 thing goes away. But for right now, we're just gonna remove these, remove all the wiring and the switch from the inside, and pretty much go back to a factory look. And just to give you guys a demonstration, obviously open the door, shut it, and you could hear they go off, but they don't even budge. They don't even move, not even the slightest. It used to budge and like come up to like here-ish, but now they don't even move. So same thing with the passenger side. But again, this is, you know, still under warranty for 5 years. I still have like 40 years left on these RBP steps. So I am gonna switch out the motors and probably put these up for sale. Hopefully somebody else has better luck. And just like that, we have these step boards off. They're really not that hard because they're all supposed to be like modular. You can see each motor is supposed to be able to separate individually. So if you have a problem with one motor, you can just take this motor off, unplug it, take it off from the bottom of the step, and you can replace just a single motor if you need. I just took them off all as one piece. So we have the driver and the passenger side there. But yeah, as you can see, it looks much taller because there's literally nothing covering that that bottom pinch weld there. So the Jeep looks a lot taller. Next, we're just gonna have to unwire the wiring. It runs up and across. There's a brain on the other side. And then as soon as we're done with that, we have to go inside, take the switch off, and take it off the battery. So it's all just kind of like unwiring instead of wiring. Luckily for us, it's all one harness. It's specifically made for each vehicle. So that's the good thing about RBP steps. I know Ryan has never had a problem with his truck, but his truck has never seen any kind of mud. So if you guys do have like a you know, you're not going to take your Jeep off-road, or you're going to have like a Ryan Mayer kind of truck that's like 12 inches off the ground, really nothing's getting slung up on there because that thing's always clean. Yeah, those steps will work perfectly fine for you. I think it's just because I got a little, you know, well, not a little, but a lot of mud caked up underneath there, and then I have some kind of weird power draw, which I'm not 100% sure that's the problem, but it does seem that the motors don't have enough power to, you know, move those steps up and down. We're just gonna de-wire this, take off the battery mounts, take off the switch from inside, and unzip tie any those other wires that we have zip tied up underneath the Jeep. This shouldn't take more than like an hour or so. It did take me about 30 minutes to take those steps off because there was one or two bolts that were, you know, hard to reach and a little bit rusty and caked on there with mud. So really, it's really not that difficult to take them off and put them back on. It's just being particular with the wiring, running it, and unwiring the wires. This should take me, you know, no more than an hour to unrun all these wires and take the brain out from the other side. Actually, let me show you that. As you guys can see underneath the passenger side here, we do have the wiring. The brain is mounted underneath, or on top of rather, this skid plate. So this is where all of the wiring runs. I'm not sure, maybe that was the issue. Maybe some of this got wet or something of that nature. I do believe this should probably go under the hood, but that's just my opinion. So we're just gonna take this this plate out here, skid plate, and then the brain will come out, and then all the wiring will be attached to that once we unhook it from everywhere it needs to come from. Not gonna lie, that was a little bit more of a chore than I thought it was gonna be. As you can see, we have all the wiring, or at least the harness, kind of tangled up here in a mess. I'm gonna fix that here. We have here the door triggers. These are the magnets that go along with the door triggers here. I forgot that I actually had to take those off, so I had to come up in here. You can see I had to take all my carpet up, take out like the center console piece that had the kill switch that went to the front, and obviously a lot of zip ties holding all this stuff up here into the battery. This one wasn't so bad to figure out. I knew which wires where they were. But as you can see, we have finally completely taken off the RBP running boards. Now, I really like these running boards. They worked really well for me, at least for like the first 6 months. Started having issues with the driver's side door at that time, or at least the driver's side step rather. At that time, that's when I switched out the motors. I'm gonna go ahead, I think the 5-year warranty, I'm pretty sure it's transferable to like the next owner, so I'm gonna tell whoever picks these RBP running boards up that we can go ahead and transfer the warranty over. Other than that, I'm probably gonna end up getting 4 new motors just so, you know, you guys don't have to deal with that, or whoever ends up taking these steps. Now all that we have left to do is put everything back together. As you guys can see, I still have all my carpeting up, plastics are disassembled front and back, just the seats, and then we have to figure out something to do with this spare tire. Probably for now, might put it in the garage if I can find some space, and then I think I might move on to these A-pillar mounts today. I mean, it's such a nice day out here. I think tomorrow's supposed to be a little bit colder, so we might actually move on to these A-pillar mounts. And then of course that'll be the next video. But before I do that, I'm just gonna show you guys. It's like a free lift kit. Look at how much taller this Jeep looks compared to having those rock sliders, those RBP steps on there. They came down so far that it made the Jeep look a lot lower. This makes the Jeep look so much higher. I do have my factory rock sliders. I might put those on there just for the time being until I get the Road Armor rock sliders. So we might just throw those on there. They're not too hard to throw on, and yeah, we might call that a day. But I just can't believe how much bigger this thing looks, especially that we have the rear fender liners in now and then no steps on the bottom, so it just looks like it just raised up a little bit. It's like a little free lift kit there. So that's gonna be all for this video, guys. I'm gonna move on to doing the A-pillars since I still have some sunshine left. It's still really nice outside, and I can probably get this accomplished within the next couple minutes here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the Jeep back together for now and then continue on and make the next video. Sorry, I was blurred out there. We'll make the next video after that. If you guys are thinking about buying anything from roadarmor.com, make sure you use Mojito20, get yourself 20% off anything you buy on their website. It's a great promo code for you guys to use and start decking your stuff out in Road Armor. If you haven't been here before, get down there, hit that subscribe button, leave this video a big thumbs up, really helps out the channel, helps me out. And as always, guys, we will catch you guys in the next one.